chips and um, protein filled or flavored drinks and all of these other things are the reason why you are struggling with your weight loss. So I was just talking to my accountant the other day, and he was just like, yeah, I'm snacking on these protein chips. There was another client that was on my timeline raving about how she's is Taco Tuesday and how she was using protein Doritos in her tacos. Um, but these are people that I've seen that are on a weight loss plan and have not successfully lost weight. So here's one of the things. Number one, yes, they probably packed it with a little bit more protein. Are you really going to soak up the protein, the small amount of protein that is in this processed chip? Who knows? One of the main things is process. So your body has to deprocess it in order to go ahead and take it in and use it as a nutrient. However, when your body takes in processed foods, a lot of the times it goes into your intestines and you crap it out. It's pretty much like a non-existent form of um let's go say quote unquote nutrient that goes into your body. A lot of times your body is not even catching the protein that's in it because your body has to digest all of the crap that they put it together with in order to make it stick and become a chip or what a Dorito, whatever else it is. The bottom line is if you want protein, you want to eat proteins from something. You want to it's just like back in the day they said you either hunt you hunt your protein. Either your protein came from a farm or animal that was once living, or it is a protein that was created from the ground, that came out of the ground, like a chickpea or a bean or a lentil, something like that. You definitely want to stop focusing on anything that is not whole food. Half the problem is the fact that people are eating processed foods and you are on your weight loss journey and you're wondering why you can't lose weight. A lot of times, processed foods either have a lot of sugar, a lot of fat, or a lot of sodium in it just to make it, taste good. And those are some of the ingredients that you're trying to get rid of in order to actually lose the weight. So, again, the one thing you want to focus on is eating whole foods. Anything that came out of the ground, anything that was hunted, those are the things you want to focus on. When you go to the grocery store, you want to focus on the outskirts of the grocery store. Everything that's inside has shelf life. You don't want things that have a lot of shelf life. Like, for instance, if you're trying to lose weight and you're eating pasta all the time, you're eating spaghetti, pasta sits on the shelf. Your tomato sauce, it sits on the shelf, things like that. Like, I made myself some chili yesterday and I just I put some tomatoes in it, and I actually I just moved, so I was using the rest of the ingredients that were in my cabinet, and I had crushed tomatoes, and then I put tomato. I like to thicken it up, and I use tomato paste, and I'm gonna have to switch my ingredients from tomato paste to something else to get it thicker because tomato paste is just way too much tomatoes that have been sitting on the shelf, even if it's the unsalted, it still has way too much sodium in it. And when I eat the chili, it was good. It was good. But when I eat it, I can feel the amount of sodium that's going into my body. Literally, when you don't eat certain things, or you don't eat a lot of certain things, your body becomes I spilled water everywhere in my purse. Your body becomes sensitive to that item. So I don't eat a whole lot of sodium. I try my best not to eat a whole lot of processed foods. The bottom line, when I ate the chili, aside from it being good, my head was feeling some type of way because I was just like, that was a lot of sodium. Um, so mind you, I had the sodium that came with the packet of chili, the sodium that came in the can of tomato paste, and the sodium that came in the can of tomato sauce. Not to mention whatever sodium is already in the ground turkey that I use. I definitely focus on using ground turkey and not ground beef, mainly because I like ground turkey better. That's pretty much it. I like ground turkey better. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my mirror. Definitely trying to fix my mirror so I can see my rear. But the main thing you want to focus on, again, eating whole foods. When you go to the grocery store, you want to focus on the outskirt. You want to focus on the meats that you eat. If you can, you want to focus on grass-fed beef. Grass-fed beef is kind of easier to spot because it comes in little cubes. I tried that, and when I tell you the consistency of some grass-fed beef and the way it tasted, I was like, "Oh, this tastes so good." Now, my daughter doesn't really have a acquired taste for grass-fed beef, so I had to eat her spaghetti a couple days ago. But the whole point to the story is stop eating processed foods. These are the things that are holding you back from getting the results that you want. You want to focus on whole foods, non-processed foods, and you want to focus on stop looking at the label that says, oh, it's high in protein, it's low in fat. It's just like when you go to the store and you look at the juices, which are high in sugar, which most people don't realize how high these juices are in sugar. But if you look at some juice, like I buy my daughter Mott's apple juice, and I'm gonna try to start juicing her juice a little bit more and see if she loves it because it tastes really good when you juice it. But Mott's has 100% juice. So when you look on the back of it, it says like apple juice on the back or from apple juice concentrate. So when you go and you look at some other brands, I can't think of the name of some other brands, but most other brands, it'll say, instead of saying 100% juice, it'll say 100% calcium or 100% vitamin C or something like that. It won't say anything about the juice, but it gave you this little calcium or vitamin C tidbit that you think is really healthy and it's really not. And then you look on the back and it has a bunch of sugar or high fructose corn syrup or something other, high iliac corn syrup. There are so many names for sugar. It's ridiculous. But the bottom line is when you are looking at your food labels, you have to be very careful about what you're eating. Look at the amount of sugar, look at the amount of carbohydrates, look at the fats. Definitely look at the proteins. You want to look at your macros, but the main thing is they're going to hide behind the food label and all these healthy looking things that are on the label, but make sure you look at the ingredients. That's the most important part. So if you have any questions, concerns, or anything, just go ahead and leave a comment at the bottom. I try to answer all the questions that people have, and I hope you enjoyed this. But again, shop in the outskirts of your grocery store. Focus on whole foods. Stop eating processed foods because that's the reason why you are not losing the weight that you want to lose. In order to get to that weight loss, eat whole foods, drink water. All right.